Hey YouTubers, I decided I was going to put a blind on the boat. I'm going to make it out of EMT conduit, 3/4 inch, and kind of go through the steps that I'm going to do to make this. It's going to be the first one I've made. I need it to fold down. I'm running a long-tail mud motor, and I'm going to use some fast grass. Pick this up at Sportsman's. It's 4 pieces, 4 feet by 5 feet, and it was 50 bucks a bundle. I probably only need 3 bundles, but I'm going to, I'll take back what I don't use. I laid some out here. Looks pretty good. I also started laying out what I wanted. I wanted my boat. You can lay stuff out like this on your garage floor. I happen to have a workbench and this paper available to me at work. I want a top on it. I want everything to fold down and collapse. I was able to draw what I wanted and then make all the angles work. So when I start bending the pipes, I kind of have an idea of already how high everything will be, where I can look out, and the hangover on the top. So I had to change some of the dimensions. I wanted it a little shorter. I dropped it about 6 inches, mainly because of the edges of my boat from where I sit is going to be about 6 inches, and I want this thing short. So there's all 4 bundles. Got everything out of the boat. 8-9 dozen decoys, a few geese, all that. Get quite a bit in there for a little 14-foot boat. I got 3 blinds sitting up on the front. I almost got it all cleaned out. So we'll get finish getting it cleaned out. So for the back of the boat, I started out with these clips, and I don't really like the top. So what I ended up doing is just drilling it out all the way through and putting a screw. Some people probably won't want to drill into their boat, so you can I've seen where they use C-clamps and they drill a hole through the C-clamp and then fasten the C-clamp through the side and then just clamp it down. But my boat, you're only going to have 4 holes total in the boat. And what I've done so far is I just picked where I wanted the blind to start. I want to be able to get everything out of the back of the boat still. And I'm going to put the front up close here. I'm leaving just enough room still so that I can swing. My pieces will mount on the outside and on the inside of this bar. Going to put in the last nuts and bolts. All I'm using are 1/4 20s, a couple washers, and a nylon locking nut. Drill the hole all the way through the boat. And those are the only 4 holes I'll have to drill, hopefully, for now. Alright guys, so on the boat blind I had to extend some of my pieces. This is just normal conduit. It's pretty thin. I used 3/4 inch. 1/2 inch rigid conduit is a lot thicker, easier to weld, and it fits inside of this. If I can do this one-handed, inside of this really nice. So what I did was I extended it into the conduit 6 inches, at least 6 inches. And then I welded the joint. So here's what I've got so far. I have 4 spots where I screwed it into my boat. That's 1 inch conduit, the thinner stuff. And then screwed it through. I'm going to cut all these off. Those are all lock nuts. I'm going to use these up there. I just had those. Everything is 1/4 fasteners. So for the top and the front, this is going to be the front here. It's lower. It's about 2 foot to this bar. This leaves me a small opening, and this throws back pretty easy. Those black straps, I don't know if you can see them or not. I have 3 of them on there. They keep it at the right distance where I want it. So here's one of the clips. And
Dad?
Just a second, babe. I really should have done this a long time ago. It's not really taken very long. It took longer to plan it out and come up with all the ideas. But only 4 nuts and bolts hold it to the boat. Everything else will fold down. I'm going to put some paint on it and probably call it a day. So I threw a coat of paint on it last night. Just some flat brown camo stuff you can get at Home Depot or Menards. But that's what it looks like. I'm going to start grassing it out. Just threw some grass up on there. I bought the 4 foot by 5 foot fast grass panels. They're up there with clamps right now. I'll zip tie it all in place. But it's a little more waste. You can't really cut them apart to downsize them. But it's looking pretty good. I'm still zip tying everything in place, but this is where we're at right now. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to finish out the front. Right now everything's kind of overlapped. I might just leave it like that. But on the inside, this thing folds back, but I'm leaving it. I'm not tying the pieces together. We can use those to get in and out of the boat like this. We can use them to peek out the back and pull it together. Clamps, spring clamps. That's what it's looking like so far. I just used zip ties. Go through and nub all those off. I got some tangle-free grass I'm going to throw on it, and we'll get some willows and some green on there. Kind of running out of time. We're going hunting tomorrow, and this will be the first time we use it. So this is what it looks like inside. Still messing around with it. Put a seat up front. Took everything out before to keep it as light as possible. Put one of these chairs in here, another seat here. That one I can slide back and forth. I noticed that I had everything loaded in the front, and so people couldn't sit up there, and it wasn't balanced when I was going down in the water. But I'm pretty happy with it. I haven't folded it down yet, so mess with all this stuff and then see what I run into when I fold it down. I trimmed off a lot of this on the inside so that wasn't in our face. Okay, YouTubers, I'm all done. It's the blind. I'm getting ready to fold it down for the first time. I think what I'll end up doing is just folding these sides in, and then I put this strap right here from one side to the other so that I can put this up by myself. It's got a buckle right here. I can pull the pieces together, buckle it, and then I can put the pins in each end and then pull down the buckle. So hopefully it works like I planned out. I'll show you what it looks like folded down. So that's what it looks like folded down. Now it's time to fill it back up. Alright, it's all folded up. Everything's in there. I have a couple pulls to go through the handles in the front and back in the water for when we're set up so it doesn't move around. That's what we did with our sneak boats. It worked pretty good. Actually, I have more room, put the seats back in so people can sit instead of lay across the decoys. If you watch any of my videos, strapped down and ready to go. If you have any questions, please comment below and subscribe if you like the channel. Check out my other videos. Thank you very much.